Hi, everybody. Karen Roby here for Tech Republic. We're talking today about how enterprises should be looking at the learning and training that their employees are receiving as we head into 2020. And Laura Baldwin, the president of O'Reilly Media, is here with us today to talk about this. And Laura, I think this is really important information that people need to keep in mind. And one of the things I know you talk about is linear, nonlinear learning. Start there with what employees need to know, employers need to know as well.
So we actually define learning two different ways. We define linear learning as, start from A and go to Z, right? You need to learn a new technology, for example, or even a new language. You start at A, you go to Z. But the reality is most of the people in our orbit, our 2.5 million users on the platform, they are already conversant in many technologies. We call that structural literacy. And they don't need the A to Z type learning that is provided by most learning platforms. They need productivity tools like we provide that allow them to go in and search for an answer and get that answer in the flow of their work. We are big believers in learning in the flow of work. We believe that even putting in a simple question into our learning platform, help me fix my loop in Python, is someone learning on the job. We think a mistake companies are making is they're defining learning as, hey, everybody, go take this 40-hour video course. Well, sitting through a video doesn't mean you know how to actually apply that knowledge. We are big into application. We believe that non-linear learning, that learning in the flow of work, where you're actually taking bits and pieces to make up what you need to be a more productive employee, is exactly where the world is going. And 50% of the usage on our platform is exactly that.
And Laura, I know just talking about when you talk about, say, Kubernetes or Python, Docker, developers, you think really need to have that real world use case, needed to have that at their fingertips.
They absolutely do. One of the things that we've just invested in is we've done an acquisition of a company called Coda that has an open platform that allows at sandboxes where they can actually take a reference material like a book and actually play inside of a Python sandbox so they can learn as they go. We think that that's critical because, like I said, just reading a piece of text or watching a video does not mean you understand and can apply what you've learned. And we believe that that is really the future of learning, that the days of sitting behind a computer and reading or watching something, that's sort of what we call static learning approach, is really over, and interactivity is where things are really going.
Do you feel like, Laura, as now that we're rounding out 2019 and heading in to 2020, do you feel like employers are getting this? Is this something that they're kind of opposed to? I mean, change is always hard for us, but are they coming around to it?
So I would say some are and some aren't. The ones that are really understand that new technologies and innovation within their companies starts from the ground up. It doesn't start with an executive team sitting in a conference room making decisions about what's going to happen. It is really smart people working for you that are trying new things as they go. And I think that those people today, those developers, those product managers, those project managers, they need access to the tools to help them learn and understand how to take those technologies and turn them into innovation and strategies for their company. I think that that's the job of any good learning platform, is to enable users, not just to let them watch a video and say, I've learned how to do this, but how to turn it into productivity tools and innovation for their companies. And that's what we try to focus on.
All right, very good. A lot to talk about here, Laura, a lot of ground to cover, and we appreciate you breaking that down for us. And for more on this, you can read our article there on Tech Republic.